Hello, hello. It is Nemi Batstone here with Nemi's Crafty Cafe, coming to you from my studio or craft space in Cooks Creek, Manitoba. And it is another Global Design Project Week with a new challenge. And this time it's a color challenge. And it features Blackberry Bliss, Night of Navy, and Wild Wheat. A very strange color combination, I must say, but a fun and challenging one to boot. So let me just, I thought I had my pieces here, and it seems I do not. But I'm always thinking I'm prepared and then I'm not prepared. But it is a fun one. So my card challenge was a little difficult to put together, but I think I've got some changes to make that I'd like to share to make that work. And the one product I'm using this week is the Regal Winter 12x12 DSP, because it's the colors and the feature that I'm featuring for my upcoming Cancer Sucks class. So I'm doing a fundraiser for cancer because so many of us have been touched. And this month, or this new catalog, there's this amazing stamp set that I found that totally speaks my language. And in fact, a bunch of sentiments that I know I would love to say, and I often say, and put together in a beautiful stamp set. So when I saw this, I knew this is what I needed to do. And I finally had something that I can do a fundraiser event for in honor of Cancer Awareness Month. So October is that, and October 18th. Your last chance to sign up and join is October 4th. The class is $35 and $20 of your fee goes towards Cancer Care Manitoba. So anyone can join across the country of Canada. And the other $15 is pretty much just going towards shipping and getting the product out to you. So there's no additional cost. Everything that I have after paying for shipping will go towards that. So $20 per person plus whatever is left for me. So my donation is just the supplies. So I'm looking forward to that class. And we're going to join via Zoom. So if you're interested, please use the link in the comments below and sign up by this Friday, October 4th. And come back on Wednesday and we'll do a few more with this. So really, by the time you're done, you'll have, because you will need this stamp set, you will have 6 cards in your card kit for the Cancer Care class and workshop, fundraising workshop. And then you'll have another 4 more. So you're walking away with 10 ideas, 10 designs. Okay, so I really liked this one, and it was coincidental that the color challenge matches the DSP that I was using, the designer series paper. And it does feature the Blackberry Bliss, Night of Navy, and Wild Wheat. So perfect. And these patterns, including the B side, is quite stunning. It doesn't look so great as a 12x12. It can look really busy, but when you break it down, it's actually quite pretty. So the first one that I did was this one. And I didn't really like the white in it. So I needed some more white to make it pop. And then I really wanted to try and use all 3 colors and, including Wild Wheat. So I like it, but not as much. So let's twist it a little bit and see what we can do. And this time I believe I'm going to use, I think it's this pattern. Just let me double check here. Oh no, it's this one with the blue on the back, which is perfect. So this is what we're gonna work with. So we're using this one for our design. Now we're going to use the same design pattern. However, we're gonna change it up with another piece of designer series paper from the same bundle and see if we get something different. So our card base this time, so here I use Wild Wheat, and this time I am going to use the Blackberry Bliss. And then to bring in some of the Wild Wheat, we're going to use strips of Wild Wheat in there to bring and tie it all in together. And then I think, now here, this is the Night of Navy ribbon. let me just show you, which is new and in our mini catalog. It's the Natural Tones linen thread, and it comes with these beautiful, I think this is copper clay, garden green, and night of navy. So I wanted to use that here. And it worked okay to tie in this side, but I felt like I wasn't tying in here and the white was just too stark. So we're gonna twist this up, and instead, because we're not gonna use a lot of the blue, oh, where'd it go? Oh, here. We're going to use this beautiful ribbon, the Night of Navy ribbon, that is also available on the clearance rack. So it's denim, but it has that Night of Navy flare or color in it, which I think would go really well with this instead of using the twine. So it's got a little bit of thickness, which gives us a little bit more blue into this card. I hope that makes sense. And what's really nice about this one, or maybe I grabbed the wrong one. Let me double check. I think I'm supposed to use the Night of Navy bordered ribbon because that's the one I think that's on the clearance. But, oh, there it is. Yeah, wrong one. Haha. It's this one. And it's currently on clearance for $4.90. So as a customer, you get it for just under $5. But as a demonstrator, you get an additional 20% off, which is pretty much another $1. So that's like $3.90. Now, we also have the Glimmer, Night of Navy, and Gold. But we could look at that one too. Now I'm like, see, I had my plan all set up, and now here I am going rogue halfway through the video. Isn't this always the case? Okay, let me see if I can find it though. I may not have any left. So if I don't have any left, we don't need to worry. But that is another alternative that you can try. Oh, I do have some. So we can also use this one. Oy, 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 too many options. So this one is $12.25, not on the sale rack, but just as beautiful. Oh my. Okay, we may have to go with that one. Sorry, I was trying to do a sale here to try and save us some money, but that's not working. Okay, and then we're gonna need some white for the inside. So let's get started. So let me show you how I scored this. Now I chose to glue it down, but this time I may not. So let's just see what happens. So we're going to put this aside over here for now and put our pieces and our ribbon away so we have a clear work surface. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to score our card base so that we actually have that divide. So we're going to score it first. Make sure I'm in the camera here. We're going to score it at 1.5. Okay. So am I at 1.5? Yep. Okay. So we're going to score it at 1.5. And then we're going to score it again at 4.25. So then we still have, half, and we're still at our standard size. So now we're just gonna fold that over and burnish. Then we're gonna fold over again and burnish. So now we have our card. Now you can keep it as a fun fold, like I said, and you kind of have that Z fold, or you could glue it down like I did here if you choose to. So really it's up to you, but I think this time we'll leave it open just so we can see. Now, I do have these pieces. Why do I have 3? Okay, we have the wrong size for the inside. So let's make sure we get that one right. So I'm gonna grab another piece of wild wheat and we're gonna cut this inside piece. I believe is 2 3/4. So we want to go 2 5/8. So we're going to go 2 5/8 on the inside, because if everyone's going to see it, then we need to make sure. So it's 2 3/4, and I'm just going to do a 1/8 inch. I apologize. Hang on, let me take a sip here. Oh, sorry about that. We'll just do that 1/8 inch smaller, so it's a 1/16 all around. So that's 5 3/8 on this side. So let's see if that fits. move over, please. And move all our scrap to my tray. And now this should fit nicely here, like so, or not. Let's just double check. Why am I short? Okay, let me grab my ruler. It should have been 2 5/8. 1, 2, 3. Yep, or maybe I grabbed the, I went 2 3/8. Oh, yeah. Let's get another piece. I looked at it wrong on the cutter. So, give me a second here while I find another piece. Where is my wild? I don't think I have another small one cut. So, oh, I do. Hallelujah. Let's try that again. Let's make sure it's on the paper lined up properly. Okay, so that's 3/4 and we're 2 5/8. Now, let's just double check. So here's another trick. You can double check this way. Yep. Okay, so what I did was I went too short. I'm wondering why that looks funny. Okay, let's try that again. And then it should be 5 1/2, so 1/8 less. Oh my goodness. You know it's late when, and you've spent all your time putting your room back together after a creative escape. So for creative escape, I pack everything with me. So there's not, so my room was a disaster. Okay, so we have that. And then I should have cut these ones right. Yep, so I did cut that one right. And that one is too narrow. And this one is not wide enough. And this one is sort of kind of, oh, actually that does work because we want that little bit of white to show there. I forgot. Okay, so that should work. Now, we're not leaving it that way. We're going to take our designer series paper and put that on top. So we're gonna have that beautiful look that runs across all 3. So now let's measure this. So we did this one at 2 5/8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're gonna do this one at 2 1/2. So I'm going to take this and first we're gonna cut it down to 5 3/8. I know this is 4 inches wide because I just used it, it's scrap. And then what did I say? 2 1/2, right? So we're gonna line this up at 2 1/2. This time we're right. And that's our one piece. So just so you see, this will go on top. And then, oh, right, we have to go 1/4 inch smaller because, so we're gonna go 5 1/4 because I forgot. We already did 5 3/8 on that one. Holy Hannah Nemi. My math is way off tonight. And I don't write it down. If you're new here, I don't normally write these things down because they just naturally come to me. But for some reason, this time it is not. Don't ask me why. Okay. And then this one was 1 3/8. So we're going to go 1 1/4. So we're going to bring that in. Oops. Oh, I moved my garbage can. And so I keep, like it used to be to my left and now it's to my right. And so I keep reaching for it and it's not there. I'm like, oh yeah, I moved it to the other side. Okay, we're gonna just put that down and I should be hopefully correct. Let's hope my math is right on that one. Okay, we are perfecto. Hallelujah. So again, I didn't cut that right on the bottom, so we need to be 5 1/4 because we were 5 3/8 on the wild wheat. I'm like, what's it called? Wild wheat. So that's gonna go there. It almost looks like it's upside down, and I always feel like I need to flip it, but it goes in both directions. Okay, so now we have this, and we have that, and then we need one more, which then goes here, like so. I almost feel like I should go the whole width. I almost feel like I should go right to that line because we already have that line. In here, we have that break. But I'm going to put a white piece of paper underneath, or white cardstock in there. So that's why. So again, so this is going to be 1 1/4. So let's trim again. So we need 5 1/4. And we're going to trim that. And we're going to go 1 1/4. And this time I'm going to use the other half of my blade because I like it when my paper's sitting a lot more, sitting on that flush side. And then we're going to take that, put that aside. And this is our last piece. So this goes here, like so. And then we're going to cut a piece of white that'll go on the inside. Now, I kind of think that looks a little too busy, too much flower power. So what we're going to do, I think, is flip this over and see if that breaks things up a bit. So we bring in that blue, but I don't think I like that very much. So maybe it should be this side. So let's see. Don't like that side either. So maybe it should be this one. Okay, I think I can handle that one better. Okay, so let's do that. So we have our 2 patterns. Now it looks kind of funny, but I don't think it's gonna be funny. So let's try it. Now we're just gonna grab our adhesive and we're gonna glue this all together. You know, there's some amazing nice ones already laid out. Now, I thought I would just do a white card base and then just pool in all the colors together. But I was like, no, they're making us go rogue. They're making us use it, so I'm going to use it as much as I can. But we're going to pull that white back in because I think that'll work. And then this goes here. Just making sure I'm even. There we go. And then we'll do these 2. So winter is coming. I can't believe it's October 1st. And if you don't know yet, we have a starter special right now. And I'm really looking to grow my team. And the starter special is, if you're in Canada, you get $206 in product of your choice for only $135. And then on top of that, you get to order right away and use your discount 5 minutes later. So becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator means 20% off. And I'm not too sure if you caught my video, but there's another video as to why and what the benefits are of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and taking advantage. And really, honestly, it's all about the discount. I mean, who doesn't, as a hobbyist, not want 20% off every single time? And then if you stick it through, you can get 25% off. And that's huge. So on top of your discount. So right now, Stampin' Up! Is also having a kit sale. So every kit, including the 2 new ones that just came out, which is a smash book. One of them is a smash book. And it's technically, as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you get it for 50% off. So that's literally buy one, get one. So those are one of the great and amazing benefits of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And then on top of that, we're not even finished yet. you get to access to pre-order before everybody else. So you know that FOMO you have of fear of missing out? You don't have to, because as a demonstrator, you just get it all before everybody else. So that is one of the greatest benefits of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or at least in my books anyway. So we're going to put this here on the inside, and I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch all around. So my really crappy Tim Holtz ruler, it didn't work very well. We're currently at 2 3/4, so we're going to go 2 5/8. Okay. So tons of great reasons, 2 5/8, why you should be a demonstrator. And then on top of that, you get to hang with, you know, me and the rest of the Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, which is really fun. So, you know, we constantly try and get together as much as we can. So you definitely want to be a part of that as well. So you can see here, this here goes on the inside, and we're going to pull that over just a tad, and you might be able just to see that sneak peek in there, which then gives us a little bit of white just to break up the color. Let's see. Oh, I cover it up pretty good, so you can tuck that so it's hidden. Okay, before we do that though, let's stamp. So we're gonna bring in Blackberry Bliss and stamp the inside. And this one I'm going to stamp Wishing You Comfort. Oh, boo-boo. Let's do that again. I knew I rocked it right there. Okay, Wishing You Comfort. And then on the outside, we're gonna stamp the full saying, which is thinking of you, praying for you, and hoping with you. There we go. And then we're going to use our kind of hexagonish punch, and we're going to stamp, or punch, sorry, our sentiment. So now we have that white, but there's peaks of white in this one, so that carries that through. So I was actually going to heat emboss instead, but then I was like, nope, we need to keep this simple. So that's going to go right there. Or we can even put it over here a bit more. But let's see where our ribbon fits. So now we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to apply that. I think we're going to put it over here. So, oh yeah, because this will just bring the shine. Now, we can carry that ribbon over if we want. See if that breaks it up. Let's do that. Let's see what happens if we put it here and see if we like that better. So now you're gonna have to tell me in the comments which card you like better. Okay, and then I know I'm not giving you as much time as I normally do because this video would have uploaded late. But I want to know which one we should post for Global Design Project. Because can't have both. Well, I guess we can. So there's that. So it sits there as an option. So then to bring that in, and then this would sit here. Quite lovely, I must say. Let's see. Now the other option is have this sit here and we put it on the inside over here. So let's see which one looks better. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking the other way. So let's see, which is what I did with the first card, right? Because I just felt like it didn't fit as nice on this side. So there's that. And then this, unless we go closer, let's see. That's why I ended up gluing this down, because I felt like it just needed to sit there. But then maybe this is our pièce de résistance that shows the two. Okay, maybe we overlap it. So let's do that. I think that's where we're gonna go. See, and then I'm gonna end up going flat on that flap again, which I really don't want. But, oh well, it does look better. Okay, we have too much on that one side, so we need to tone it down over there. Okay, so let's just get this slightly to the edge there. And I can't tie a bow side this way, but we'll try. We'll see if I can do it. I'm almost tempted to glue it down. But then if the recipient likes it as a 3D, then they have that option. Oh, too loosey-goosey. So let's try that again. Trying to go tight and then get that through. There we go. Okay, we're gonna pull because our bow is too big. I love it. It kind of, you know what's really nice about it is it kind of makes that wild wheat goldish. So I really like the fact that we switched to this one. Because I don't know if you know, but you can use gold, like wild wheat, as a gold substitute. And I find that that seems to work best, which is also why I did it a little subtle and just did that little peek through there. Okay, so there's our bow, and then our sentiment can sit here. So let's drop this down. So I'm just gonna pull it slightly so that we can get that end in there. There we go. And then this can then sit there. I feel like I'm having a deja vu moment right now, where this card has, you know, been in my dreams and part of something I was planning to do down the road. And here it is. So really weird. Deja vu. Deja vu feels really weird. Sorry, I'm just tying that up. Okay, so now we're gonna add this and we're gonna put dimensionals on the back. So the white should pull the white and make the pink pop, which is why I wanted it. But I'm still feeling like I almost could have just went with bubble bath, or what is that pink? It's almost like a bubble bath, and then just heat embossed it, but I'm iffy on that one as well. So we're pretty much going to put half of that on there, and I'm running out. So I'm using black just to tie it all in here, even though this is white, but then it just shows when you actually look at it from the side, it'll look white. And we're going to stick that there. Now, it's pretty busy. I don't think it needs dimensionals. I mean, embellishments or gems. I think we're good with the trim. And then now, all we have to do is put this card here on the inside, and then we're done. So let's see what our final piece looks like. Whew, look at all that sparkle. And then you get the nice sparkle on the inside too, which is nice, because then now you have the blue, the Night of Navy, in there more than once on both the inside and the outside. So that's kind of cool. That turned out good in my thought process. Okay, there we go. Wishing you comfort. And we're done. So there is another card, or an additional card for Cancer Sucks Fundraiser, and that uses the comforting thoughts. And now we have glitter everywhere. And so we have two different designs. So you'll have to let me know which one you like better, this or that. So which one, you know, sings to you more. I'm kind of leaning towards this one. Probably could have had a little bit more white, but I like the white is popping in there. Still a little iffy on that color though. So if you have suggestions on what this could be instead of using a white background, then share it in the comments, because it'll only allow everybody else to try something different and inspire them to, you know, copy and selectively edit. So that's my GDP, Global Design Project 4-5, what are we on? 465, sorry, a little backward. So 465, which was Blackberry Bliss, Night of Navy and Wild Wheat, a color challenge, and there we go. So slightly different, same design. So I hope you like that design pattern and use it for your next project as well. So thank you for joining me. Happy stamping, and I'll see you on Wednesday.